and welcome to the Hired Gun Podcast with your host, the Hired Gun. First, like, subscribe, share. How y'all doing, guys? So this is episode 113. This is the rewind show. We talk about what happened through the week. But let me start with SmackDown first. So SmackDown, like I said, SmackDown was taped last Monday. First, happy 4th of July, y'all. It is 4th of July right now. So, um, SmackDown was taped last Monday. And it wasn't a bad show. To me, it wasn't a bad show. Some people think it was a bad show, but as I said before, what we got was, as I said before, what we got was a couple, not a couple. We got some decent matches. No, the Vikingo, which I couldn't say his name. Thank you, Ryan, for telling me his name in the comments last episode. Vikingo versus Ray Phoenix on the show was the best match on the card, on the show, and it only got 8 minutes. And then if you sprinkle in that commercial, it got 4 minutes on TV. Still was a good match. And then anything they couldn't put on this show, it was scheduled for next week. So we got Mello versus Trick non-title match. And Mello got some digs in on Trick, and I wish they stopped making and hear me when I say this, y'all. And like hear me out when I say this, because I know what is I know what his what's I'm looking for. I know what little Yachty's I know what little guy like. I'm trying to sound more professional when I say this. No, fuck it. I know what I know what little guy is here for. I know what his stick is. He's there for to be the hype man. To be he's doing what he's doing with what's his name? Swerve's side piece. Swerve's manager does, mouthpiece does. Like he talks to him sometimes, even though Trick don't need it. He don't. But we still. TKO loves their celebrities, and Lil Yachty's. And listen, I understand he's training in the ring, and he's living out a dream, and that's cool. Understandable. And I usually don't have a problem. I still don't have a problem. I just wish they let Trick talk more. Then the little guy, sometimes little guy interrupts Trick when he don't have to. Now I know I do understand what I understand what's gonna happen eventually. Eventually, Trick is gonna get tired of it. And you tell him you gotta talk to me, and this is when certain shits don't end. This is when we get something else. Because Lily out is training, he's taking bumps. Like he's taking bumps for a reason. It ain't just cause though. Like he's taking bumps so eventually he can get in that ring and eventually fight Trick. Now it won't be for the title. I don't think they don't put a goat on Lil Yachty for the title. And think about this now. Like Lil Yachty's doing all this training and he's traveling with the team, like that team, like he's traveling with the crew. You know, he's in Trick's insurance and everything. He's taking bumps for Trick. Yeah, like he's interfering in matches and everything. You know, so he's doing his thing right now. And, you know, I just wish he stopped talking for Trick. Because Trick doesn't need him talking for him. He really doesn't need him talking for him. It's the truth on that. But um, let me get to the opening for SmackDown. All right, so Sammy comes out, and you know, and I love Sammy as champ, and it has nothing to do with me being right or calling my shot that he was gonna be champ this year. Nothing to do with that. I think I believe Sammy deserves to be champ, and that's the truth. I believe he deserves to be champ. I think he worked hard to be champ, and you know, so and for some people, it ain't their cup of tea. Like it's just not. Sometimes, and that's okay. Some people love, and this is not a dig at Roman when I say this. Some people love Roman as champ. You know, they see it and they don't see nothing else. They don't see nothing else. You know, you know. But you know, some people like Drew as being champ, which is cool too. You know, I like my indie wrestlers to be champ because you know they work hard to get where they at, like Finn and AJ Styles and Sammy and Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe. I like those wrestlers, you know. And then when they come to the E, they get their rewards, you know. You know, like and Daniel Bryan, you know. Um, you know, but I like Sammy being champ, and I like how he he'll say he's not a heel, right? But last night he wanted no part of he wanted no part of what's I'm looking for. He wanted no part of of being champ. He like Sammy ain't want to fight nobody. Like like Cody came out there and Cody came out there. How to say this? Like Cody came out there, right? And when he came out there, um, how to say this? Like Cody came out there, and when he came out there, you know, he interrupted Sammy. Now, mind you, Cody thanked him, shook his hand, and was finna leave. And Sammy kept like, egging him on. Hey, that's not why you out here. That's not why. Now, and mind you, Cody wasn't finna talk about his rematch flaws, or anything. He was finna leave, and Sammy kept, hey, hey, come back in here. Come back here. He just went to rub it in his face. Pause. Like he just wanted to show out. Now, listen, listen. I'm not saying Cody don't deserve any of this because he do. He does. Like he does. Like Cody said some out of pocket shit to Sammy a couple weeks ago, or even last week. You know, like he did. Cody said that. Cody said that as long as I'm champ, you will never be champ. Right? Right? So like he said some out of pocket shit to us, Sammy. So some of this is justified, but not if Cody's gonna leave. Not if when Cody shakes your hand, like shake your hand, and he's gonna leave. All right? Unless you, like you unless you gloat and get it all out there. You know? But no, no. I mean, we even try like some people even called Cody a hater. You know, but you know, Sammy came back out there and and I can't look at it. Like Sammy's up there gloating and put the and just uh showing out, and then Jay comes out, right? And then Jay comes out, and and when Jay comes out, he hugs Sammy, gives Sammy the you know, and then Sammy, I mean, and then Jay does what Sammy thought Cody was gonna do. You know why I'm here. You know why I'm here. Like I'm here for that. I'm here to take that back to the family. And you know when he said that, all right. And I know Sammy said it, but I said it before Sammy. In my head, I said it, but it, it's with the family. Like it may not be on a Uso, right? It may not be on uh blood line, you know, but it's in the family still because Sammy nobody kicked Sammy out the bloodline. Remember, they all these niggas made up still. The only reason Sammy's not with the bloodline right now is because he on SmackDown. And these niggas go to SmackDown like on a regular basis. Matter of fact, besides Roman, everybody was there. Jacob was there. You know, if I want to break the fourth wall here, Roman was there too. Because they did this show Monday, so Roman was there. Okay? Alright? But we act like that didn't happen. Like, that wasn't the thing. Because it's supposed to be a whole different show, which it is. But Raw people was there that Monday. Alright? And you know, and then, you know, and so then, you know, Cody brought up his rematch clause. But then, the new GM, or the active GM, um, not Nick, Adam Pearce comes out. And, you know, Adam Pearce is kind of heelish with his promo. Like, just a little bit, you know, Adam Pearce was like, oh, you know, what's he said? What'd he say? He said, oh, you know, you got a match. I mean, we finna find out who you're fighting for your title. You know, and Sammy's thinking about SummerSlam. And Adam Pearce was like, nah. Monday. Because Adam Pearce can do that because of the fact that he's the GM for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown now. So he can put shit on SmackDown or in Raw. Now he won't do this again. Like he won't. Maybe I don't know because he will. I was gonna say he won't set up this kind of stuff again because he won't have all the right people in certain spots no more. But he will because Adam Pearce like I'm breaking the fourth wall again. Adam Pearce he's at SmackDown when Nick Aldis when Nick is there being the GM. We just don't see him, but he's there because he's a producer. You know, so it's easy for him to be there and play both roles because of the fact that he's already there. This is why they didn't name somebody else to be GM because Adam Pearce is already there. Just like when Adam Pearce is not there, and it's Nick on Raw and stuff, Nick is already there. They just don't show them on TV because it gives it away. It gives it away that both these niggas are already at the shows and stuff. You know. So, and what I like about Sammy, and me and Rand talking about this, Sammy's like, Sammy think he not supposed to defend his belt. Now, mind you, like Ryan said in the chat, Ryan said this. We got a glimpse of how Sammy was gonna be when he won back the United States title the second time, right? Because the first time he was a face, and he wanted to do the open challenge shit, right? The second time he won it, he didn't want no part of the open challenge, all right? And he wanted no part. He wanted no part of defending the belt either, right? So on this one, he was even more. Uh, he was even more in deep about not fighting nobody. Like hell, that nigga wanted to pick his own opponent. He wanted no part of Jay or Cody. Now we talked about this a couple weeks ago. Oh no, last week. The uh, the the spam the spam of how long Cody's gonna be not Cody. Sammy's gonna be champ is short because he could, like, no lie, in our reality he could not be champ after Monday. Now, with Sammy being champ, I've been hearing that it was a surprise for a lot of people. Because a lot of people wasn't told about this, and it was helping the dark about it. Now, you got certain people who are upset about that. You know, you got some people who generally don't like not knowing about it because they can't promote other stuff because of that. Because they're in the dark about it. Um, but you know, uh, and I say that we don't know what's happening with Sammy or title run because in fact it could be over Monday because Cody versus Sammy for the title it's Monday. It's Monday now. Uh, I go back to this in a minute. So for SmackDown, like like I said, Jacob was there, Jimmy was there, and it was a short brief. They were looking for Solo. They never found Solo, but they did looking for Solo, and um, what's his name? Royce Keith was there, right? And he was talking to Jimmy, mainly Jimmy. He was trying to talk to Jacob, but Jacob wasn't talking, right? And again, now, even though there ain't no more MFTs no more, alright, alright, Royce Keith is gonna help Solo eventually. That's just gonna happen, right? Because now Royce Keith is a part of this bloodline saga. Just another layer, and they double down on that the bloodline saga is not going anywhere. Which, for me, I don't care. Like it doesn't bother me that it's not going anywhere. Like the only thing that's gonna bother me is Roman's champ. Then he's not gonna be there. Like listen, he's there now. Now, I, I if I want to nitpick, these niggas shouldn't be on SmackDown. They shouldn't because it bleeds over to SmackDown, but Roman's not there. All right, and the way they keep it going is because they say that Roman's there. I mean, they're taking orders from Roman, which when Roman, and this is how full of shit Roman is now. Love him, love him. All right, Roman said that he when he started this stuff on Raw that that uh that what did he say? That I miss this. I miss us. You know. I just want y'all with me. I just want y'all around me. But we taking orders now. Again, we taking orders now. Like they're literally doing what they was doing 4 years ago. Yeah, people can say, oh, people can say that, oh, but they're not getting help in Mexico. Cool, cool. And you know what? There's even a video out there when Seth came out, or was first coming out. He told Jacob, Roman told Jacob, hey, I don't need your help for this. I know him. I got this. All that's cool. All that's justified. He doesn't want any help. They're not jumping people no more. Yet, uh, but they're still Roman's still the dictator here because he's a tribal chief. You get it? I understand. I'm just saying, like they're supposed to be equals. That shit ain't happening. Like the only one the only one he kind of be equal to is Jay, and I already explained why that's happening right now. Because Jay has separated himself from anybody besides Roman. From anybody besides Roman, he has separated himself. Now, CM Punk is supposed to show up Monday, supposedly. You know, and CM Punk, because they're in Chicago Monday, right? And CM Punk has been trying to get on that show anyway, right? So he's supposed to be going to SmackDown. Now, from what I'm hearing, the big problem with CM Punk right now is not CM Punk himself, because there's rumors about that shit happening. Like he's upset how things went at WrestleMania. Okay, because there was a discussion that they were supposed to go a different way. Roman was supposed to win at Mania, and he was supposed to win at Backlash. But when they ran it back, that was supposed to be the thing, and it didn't happen. It didn't happen. All right, so now with those things and with those things into a monkey wrench is like the Sammy winning the championship. All right, because the plan is to do to do CM Punk versus Cody. That's the plan. That's the plan to do Cody versus CM Punk. That is the plan that's supposed to happen. That is the ultimate plan that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to be Cody versus CM Punk now. That is a money match. All right, that is a pay per view match. Hell, that is a WrestleMania match, but they want to do it at SummerSlam. Now, the only problem with doing it at SummerSlam, do you do it for a title or you do it without the title? Because if you do it without the title, then Sammy keeps his belt Monday. If you do it for the title, then Sammy doesn't keep his belt Monday, and it goes back on Cody. Now, I want you to understand something about flaky ass fans, alright? And how fans how fans are gonna bitch no matter what. Our fans are gonna bitch no matter what happens, right? Because if Jay would have won last night, fans would have bitched. Okay, okay. They would have been because they bitched when Jay was winning all through the tournament. They bitched about it, right? They bitched about it when he was in the finals, right? 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 But Jay didn't win. Cody won, and you know who's still bitching? The fucking fans. Ooh. Well, why was it for the number one in the first season with somebody else? You know, what about you going to shut the fuck up? How about that? How about like fans is bitch, and you know I'm surrounding an opinion. No. It's beyond having an opinion. Just shut the fuck up. Like, why can't we just watch fucking wrestling? Hmm? Hmm? Like, why can't we watch fucking wrestling now? So, Sam, who was so? He brought up somebody. What this title represent me reminds people of. Hey, for me, it reminds me when the Miz won the belt the second time. All right, when the Miz won the WWE title for the second time, and he cashed in on who did he cash in on? Was it Drew? Yeah, he cashed in on Drew. All right, and then like a week later, he lost it to Bobby. All right, all right, but in that week, the Miz became a second Grand Slam champion in that week. All right, and you know he was champ. Same thing with Sammy right now. This is why Sammy's getting it all out there. That belt going to him to dinner. He's driving in the passenger seat. It's and he's taking to her on the swing and everything because Sammy's not going to be champ long. I wish he would go into SummerSlam as champ, give him that, but I don't think that's going to happen because again, you can make more money with Cody versus CM Punk for the WWE title than you can make for Sammy versus Cody. It's just true. It's true. Ain't no way around that. Speaking of SummerSlam, like they're adding matches to the what's the name of that shit? Saturday's night. I mean event, and man, it's already like these cards for these Saturday night main events are getting weaker and weaker every time they happen. Man. Like so far, and I love Paige. Okay, so and I love a fatal attraction. Oh no. Yeah, it's a fatal attraction. Yeah. Uh, like I love the fatal influence. Sorry, fatal influence. Like I love them. I do. I do. But they get the tag team match on that show, and then Housen's fighting JD on that show, which JD and uh, Chad Gable had a real good match on Monday. Forgot all about that match, but it was a real good match. More and more JD is showing you, and Chad too. So let me not disrespect Chad. More and more, JD is showing you that he can hang with a lot of wrestlers, despite his head, despite his big head, and uh, and how short he is. That boy can go. That boy can go. Yeah. Um, and now he's gonna get, now he's gonna get in the match. He's gonna lose. Even though he's showing y'all that he can hang and he can go and he can wrestle, he's losing. And he's gonna lose to Dan Housen too. You know. Um. So speaking of the bloodline, and how it's not going away anytime soon. Zilla. Zilla's finna get signed. I mean, he's signed already. He's and now I've always said this. If they sign Zilla, he's not going straight to the main roster. He's not. All right, he's on the NXT. Whether it's for 3 months to 6 months or a year. Now, for me, as long as he starts down there and he gets developed there for like at least 3 months, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. As long as he's there enough time to see how things go. And then they can call him up because of the fact that we know what they want to put him in. Right? We knew he was gonna get signed eventually. You know, like we knew that. We knew that already. So, but some other news. Troy Miguel signed back with Troy Miguel signed back with TNA this week, and again, certain people they sign TNA signs back. You gotta ask yourself, where would he going? Like Troy Miguel's another one. He ain't going to AEW. Now, I'm glad he signed back with TNA because of the fact that now he can because for like 3 months, 2 months he was hurt. Like he busted his kneecap. Like broke it, so he's telling him that he's cleared now, so he can come back and they can just establish him, and maybe he can be world champion for TNA eventually. It's not a bad thing. This is how you get noticed. This is how when people tell you no, you show them why they shouldn't tell you no in the first place. All right, it happened for Mike Santana, which I was asked this week by Josh. I was asked, does the E really need Mike Santana? All right, that's what he asked me. He asked me that, and or not just Mike Santana. He was talking about Cash and Enzo, but he asked me first, does the E really need Mike Santana? And I'm gonna tell you yes. I'm gonna tell you yes and mainly because of the fact that what I've been saying about Mike Santana. Mike Santana is Puerto Rican, okay, and he has a real big Brooklyn, New York, a Spanish fan base. So much that Mike Santana he does tours like a tour thing that he did this year and last year. All right, and it got big. Pause. And like I said, he has a fan base. He does. So that matters. That matters. They need like WWE has always been about broadening this horizon. Like getting popular with other um, getting popular with other overseas networks. So when they go to Puerto Rico, boof. When they go to Mexico, boof. When they go to somewhere that's heavily Spanish, like Spanish and everything, Mike Santana's there. And then he's just a real good wrestler, and he can talk on the mic. Yes, yes. You don't just stop or freeze your system, and then you just work with what you got. Like you do that when you TNA, all right? You don't do that when you are like the biggest company, um, the biggest company in the world for wrestling. You keep upgrading your system. You keep upgrading your roster, so it looks better on TV. So because when they had when NXT had Stephanie, Julia, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe in one fucking company. like in one fucking roster, right? Like it didn't hurt you when you caught some of these females up to the main roster because you still had the baddest, like the baddest women's roster. Period. It didn't matter if it was Raw. It didn't matter if it was SmackDown. It didn't matter if it was AEW. You still had the baddest roster. Like period. Like that shit. That shit's just now slowing down, and it's still good. And it's still good. So think about that. All right? No, you keep shit going. Like like now, but Mike Santana wasn't going anywhere but WWE, or he just would have signed back with I mean, or he just would have signed back with TNA. AEW was never in the picture. AEW was like he's been there. They want nothing to do with it. I mean, they didn't want to use him right. Like, they didn't want to believe in him. Like he had to go to TNA. Like he had to go back to TNA so they can develop. So he could build himself back up because of what AEW did to him in the first place. So they want to see him as a tag team specialist. And he showed everybody that he's not just a tag team specialist. He's a perfect wrestler. So yes, they need him. The Cass and Enzo, listen, Corbin, who else do they have? I think that's it. Like these are just second chances, right? Because they get that itch, they come back, and they want to show people that they shouldn't have been left. They shouldn't have been released in the first place or let go in the first place. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. All right. So, um, Kenny, I'm not gonna say alone in AEW though. Kenny and MJF they wrestle next week. Uh, I don't know who wins that match. I'm going back and forth on that. Going back and forth on that. And then we got now they said on Raw. Well, I mean they've been saying that the plan was always for over to win the tournament and then turn down the championship. That was the plan. Now, if that was the plan, then Over should have been in the tournament. Then. Am I happy he won the tournament? Yes, but he just shouldn't have been in the tournament then. Because if the plan was him for him to win it and then turn down the tournament and then we still turn down the championship and we still get Sammy versus stuff, Over should have been in the tournament and we would have got stuff winning the tournament and that would have been it. There was no need for anything else to happen like that. Like again, I'm happy Over won. But Over's not fighting for a championship. There's no need for him to be in that tournament. Because we still get what we had if Over's not in the tournament. I know Triple H them are trying to outsmart people and be surprised and make people be surprised and everything. But you're playing it in our face. Like whatever happened would still happen if Seth just would have won the tournament. And Over would have did something else besides the tournament. Now, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm just saying we still get here if Over's not in the tournament. With two matches, with Over versus Brock, we still get that without Over being in the tournament. And Seth versus Roman, we still get there if Seth just wins the fucking tournament. That still happens. That's still a thing. Um, you know, but I'm just saying, like that nothing changes if I was not in this tournament. Besides Seth winning it. It's true. It's damn true. Speaking of, so let me be clear about this whole shit having six matches on the card now. So for what I heard, this is gonna happen more often now because ESPN got involved because it it, it just makes more sense to have six matches. All right, because again, if ESPN, because ESPN ain't gonna stop doing this whole 3 hour shit for the pay per views no time soon. This is what I heard. All right, and it makes no sense for them to give you two free matches for that hour, right? All right, and then all you got is three more matches left after that. Okay, so you at six, you at 6 or 7 matches, and everybody's happy then, and everybody feels like they ain't wasting their fucking money. Not me, not me. I told y'all, VPN, VP fucking in. All right, like be smart about that shit. All right, but and I do watch the free shit. Oh, all my shit's free, but still, I watch the free. I watch ESPN, and it's free for the hour. You know, but ESPN got involved because they understand that people feel like they're getting chipped. You know, um, but I'm gonna end the show with that. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, share. Make sure y'all watch wrestling. Make sure y'all watch E-Feds, New Breed. This is the High Gun, episode 113. This is the High Gun podcast. God bless. Love y'all. I'm out. Happy 4th of July, y'all.